Change your punch from nothing to very big.
Oh, fuck!
I'm sorry. It's gonna get stuck, Eugene. You gotta get the other side.
I thought we were supposed to start in uniform and with dignity. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
You want to be energized or relaxed?
How about both?
Let's do both. Mix it together. Okay.
Bring it in.
Breathe. Breathe. Tap, tap, tap. Hard chicken body. It's really good. We're hitting the two this here. Small intestines actually. Okay, next one. Okay. Here and here, they connect together. Pericardium and hip warmer. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, if you get both together. If you don't want the energy, the ward up energy, just go like this. I don't want the energy machine, right? You don't have to trick people. The bee already stung my dog already today. I took it real fast. He's okay. He'll make it. Okay, switch. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Yeah, nice job. Lungs. Working the lungs. The lungs is a really good point because it's turning into winter, even though we don't show winter right now. But okay, lung bone point. Yeah, concentrate on two. With your middle knuckle here, okay? This is intimidation. Oh, come on, let's go. You tap the lung bone point, you do a lot of energy. Large intestine 4 is your knuckle here. I'm going to tap right here. Martial artists, healing through training, healing through trauma, hurting ourselves, right? So that's what we do. Healing. Now, yesterday you probably stayed up late or partied a little bit more, or you need to. Let's shake it out, all that tension, okay? It's called shaking, palms here, shaking. Or any negative chi or emotional baggage of carrying. Shake, 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 shake. Body. Okay, relax.
So I'm going to take it down. So this technique might kind of end here. So we have that same sort of energy that we were doing with the cow. When we get into that, it just happens to have an arm. Of course, it could look a whole lot of different ways, but just for here. So if we look at this technique, the way you could describe it in a very simple, like first draft of the poem is just, he took her down. Well, that's not particularly descriptive. And so the idea here is to stick with that description as the overall thing. In other words, she doesn't take a dive, I don't kick her first and then slam her. I'm literally going to do the same thing every time. Well, I'm going to change the language in here for myself. You don't need to know about it. But I'm going to change the language for myself to change the quality of the experience. The same thing, the video will be boring. It'll be the same technique over and over. But here, instead of getting her down, which is the first draft, he says hello. That's the first draft, and you're like, okay, you know, that's it'll become more poetic. But from here, the energy for me is going to be invite her down. Probably looks exactly the same to you. It should feel different to her. And it's a whole different planet for me. Now, I'm going to try and urge her down, which is a different feeling for me. It's still getting her down, right? It's still that basic word, same technique. Now, I'm going to insist that she go down. Now, I'm going to, so again, same technique. It's just this technique. I know you guys can do anything. Now I'm going to remind her of the ground. Don't you remember, it's still nice down there, right? Now I'm going to suggest that you go to the ground. Whole different experience. I'm thinking for you. So those are just, I came up with 6 different words. Doesn't really matter. You could, for example, argue with her about the ground. Right? So this can take on all kinds of different tones. But the technique is still the technique I learned from my blue belt requirements, and I do that precise thing. And so if the teacher walks in, oh, you're doing exactly, their teacher's happy, and you're doing more than your teacher asked you to do. What I tell my students is that the best thing you can do as a student is to demand more from your teacher than they give you. And they say right now, they say, shut up, I'm teaching, don't interrupt me. But you can demand a better teacher from the teacher you have. And it doesn't necessarily mean your regular everyday teacher. It could be that lady you saw at that workshop, and you're just kind of thinking, oh man, I don't know why I went there, it wasn't the best thing ever. Well, that's your fault. You could have demanded more from it. That doesn't mean you're disruptive in the class, but all she's doing is yellow belt techniques. And I'm like, I just flew here and spent $700 and she's doing the yellow belt. But you know what? I'm going to insist this time. I'm going to demand this time. I'm going to remind this time. I'm going to suggest. Everybody looks like I'm playing along, and I'm finding a better teacher in the experience. Okay? So this is that warrior poet, energetic shift within the framework of a known thing. Does that make sense? So we're going to try that. Pick a partner that you're comfortable with, so you know that they know the moves you know. And you don't have to pick that. That was just something that was demonstrable. So it could be a punch, it could be an escape. But something fairly simple that you can just repeat. And then just, in your mind, have a very simple sense of how you describe the move. You punch, you push, you release, you duck, you slip. Just a very basic word. And then say, how else would I say it? What other poetry would inform the emotionality of the experience? In other words, free gin. Okay? Use it as a tonic, because they go together. Okay?
Now, do you communicate any of this to the partner, or it's all in your...
Well, if they're interested, like, hey, that's what I did, or here's what I'm going to do, that's fine. It should definitely be clear to you doing it. The partner, depending on their ting-jin, should kind of, oh, that's different, and you might have a little game, like I felt like you were insisting, and you said, well, I was going for rudely pushing, and that's fine. And your partner might just want to be a dumb uke and just take the pause and let you have your work. So whatever level you're at, yeah, okay? So let's get you up here. You mind? So if you guys can just square off. Or round off, I suppose, for Pepsi. So just set it up like you're doing pushing. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so worry? Yeah, good. And let's get a bit closer than you might know. She's trying to get me.
Come on. I'll just go. No.
That's right. There we go. So you guys are just playing, neutral, play. That was great though. That was like walking down the train tunnel and then all of a sudden, oh no, there is a train coming. So, one other quick variation, let's try this one more time. So, you guys are here. Maybe are you two guys? Good. So, one of you is here, one of you is here.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, you're just opposite on. Right? You're opposite. So, Janet and I are playing. Now, you two here are playing. You guys are dancing, but it's all tingent. It's all feel. Like there's so many competing tests. And you two guys are competing. You two guys are competing. Janet and I are competing. And the pawns in the middle are not what the story is about.
Like this one. Nice. Just like that. I can't go like that now.
And then quick applause. So you guys can play that. Applause. So now for the guys in the middle, it's still this really tingent game where there's all these different angles and tensions and chaos and politics, but you still have to have your know, chess. There's all these pieces and other things, but you're still trying to win. Yeah, so let's all try those versions. You know, set it up with the 4 people or the 6 or whichever. It's that what is it that you what do you call it, the pad? This is I feel it, Dominic! I feel it!
Let's push it up.
I was gonna let you guys take it. I'm gonna head game you guys can turn off. Well, that's okay. I have a bunch of mouthpieces if you want, and for left if you got them, I just want to let you know, and then I'm gonna overhead gear and you guys can beat me up.
No, we're just getting equipped.
You know I'll be here. Yeah, I couldn't find 2 left hands. I couldn't find 2 left hands. I knew that was.
Oh, there's that.
I got you.
One sounds like good by my phone. I can show here without it. He's setting it up. He's setting it up.
I could be around and know you guys. Yeah, I'm looking you up.
Keep those hands up,
That's right. Call that. That's your ear. Let's get one place.
Good one.
Oh, yeah.
I brought that one recorded.
Oh, look at his eyes. Is that?
I gotta see that.
Is that too
Top of that left hook.